A time where we read some viewer mail. Sometimes I make up letters from families and pretend that they're mailed. Other times, I print out actual YouTube comments where the YouTube commenters make up fake letters that I read on it.
Really?
I found this one.
So this is real?
It's a real YouTube comment.
I got
A real,
confused.
fake. You'll find out. Okay. Dear Captain Easy Stance. Not cool. Every superhero has saved something. You saved the Bud list by retiring Cowboy Brew. Remember I wanted to get rid of Cowboy Brew? Yeah. In favor of new and better bits. Unfortunately, some villains have made it return. Because I tried to get rid of Cowboy Brew, but people wanted it.
People wanted it back.
Please save us from the plight of bad bits, Captain Easy Stance. See?
It's got a cowboy hat. Yeah.
Sincerely, Ryan and Brian. I mean, that's
Captain Easy Stance.
I don't love Captain Easy
Stance.
Stance. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I cut carbs, Greg, but my ribs are showing.
All right, let's get to it. At number 3, Josh Allen. Now, Josh, a month ago, you looked like a shoo-in for your first MVP award, and now it's actually looking like it's going to be Lamar Jackson. And if you let him come into Highmark Stadium and beat you, you can't say a thing. And all the critics who don't think Lamar should get it and you should won't be able to say anything either. So, Josh, you got to go out there and do your thing. Because, look, I think that the Ravens are just a better team than you. So if you lose, I won't hold anything against you. But I'm one of the few. Most people out there are going to destroy you, including people who have ridden for you this year. This is your last game they're going to ride for you.
That's true.
You know that. They're about to dump you just like they dumped the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears before that. And I'm talking, of course, about Nick Wright.
What are you talking about?
All right, so anyway, Josh, you got to go out there and do your thing. All right, so because people are going to say, we don't care that the Ravens had more Pro Bowlers and such. The Bills were at home. The Bills had the better record. It must be Josh Allen. They're going to say Josh Allen has lost his last 3 divisional games at home, and he's lost his last 4 divisional playoff games overall. Josh, I believe in you. All right, I just don't believe in your team. All right, at number 2, Jared Goff. Now, Jared, it's a blessing and a curse. It's wonderful, a big blessing to have such a great team around you. Mm-hmm. Great receivers, great running backs, great offensive line, heck, great head coach and offensive coordinator, play caller and all that. But the curse, the negative, is that if the quarterback of that team does not win big with such a stacked group around him, he gets all the blame. And Josh, or Jared, if you let a rookie quarterback come into Motown in a season in which you have won 15 games and are widely expected to make the Super Bowl, you will get the lion's share of the criticism. Fair or not, that's the blessing and the curse of rocking with such a powerful team. So, Jared, I actually believe in you. I think you can get it done. Go out there and prove me right. All right, at number 1, we just talked about him, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. All right, Jalen, you're a winner. Everywhere you've been, you have won. Alabama, Oklahoma. Heck, even with the Eagles, you've won about 70% of your starts. So you win. Don't let anybody take that away from you. And don't listen to the chatter out there about you having to go out there and match Matthew Stafford yard for yard in the passing game. Don't listen to A.J. Brown, even though he's your teammate and maybe your friend, I'm not sure. But don't listen to him and try to force the ball to him. Go out there and do what you do, which is win. Don't turn the ball over. Run opportunistically, and you'll have to run a lot maybe, and just win the football game. All right? Because similar to Jared Goff, if you don't win this round against a 10-win team when you guys won, 13 games and are the favorite and are at home, you will get the blame. You're viewed as the weak link, and you will get criticized for it if you win. So, Jalen, go out there and do your thing. You know I'm the Eagles guy now. 2 days now.
Yeah.
I'm an Eagles guy for 2 days. It's great. So go out there and win. Jalen, I believe in you.
All right, I'm going to add C.J. Stroud to the Bud list.
Fair.
That's your man.
Wise.
Absolutely.
It's fair.
C.J., you got to prove that we don't have a problem. You really got to prove it.
Is this like a Houston thing?
Off of, kind of, maybe. Off of last year, coming off of last year, one thing we all were in agreement with was the idea that they got one. That one was you. We all believed that you were the one that they were going to build around. And you know what? Your organization immediately started to build. They started to add pieces around you. The idea that we're going to do something special because we have a guy under center that can get it done. This year, my man, let's be honest, it's been a rough season. It was rough all season long, and then even in the postseason against the Chargers, then you had a moment. And everybody through adversity, through some challenge, has to have a moment. This was your moment.
That's true.
When you fumbled that ball, it was like something clicked. And after that completion to Xavier Hutchinson, you came back to your senses. We no longer had a problem. CJ, this is what we need from you. This is what everybody was waiting for. Can you deliver? I believe in you. This is why you're on the Bud list. Please, CJ, please, let's go.
So if it starts going bad, fumble it.
I like, you know what that makes me think? And Nick points to moments like that, like when they only let Mac Jones throw 3 times and things like that turn things negatively or positively. That makes me feel like he stopped thinking.
Yep.
Has he been thinking too much maybe
Possibly.
this season? Right? Because that you're playing on instinct.
Being rattled by the pass rush, getting hit so much.
I
So, yeah.
don't have that game committed fully to memory, but I'm pretty good at this. The pick in the end zone to Derwin James that we all thought was a pick, Derwin thought was a pick, the refs thought was a pick, and the broadcast thought was a pick, but it turns out it hit the ground. That happened after that.
It wasn't a pick.
But that happened after that.
I don't even remember that pick. I looked in the box
point.
score.
That's
I didn't see that pick.
because it wasn't a pick.
Okay. All right. I was just
Kind of like the John Morant.
Right. There's no recollection.
It's almost 4:10 on a Thursday, Wild. So
Everyone looks forward to the media ombudsman.
you really, when you say that, do me a favor. One is
Don't be so sarcastic.
Yeah, be a little more enthused, and the other is really emphasize Bud in ombudsman because it's the Bud list. That's the only reason I'm doing this.
Got it.
To tribute to Bruce's segment. So I'm gonna need sports media to stop taking Jerry Jones at his word.
Oh.
So a couple reports today. One of them, they're going to make the show here in a bit.
Yeah, we like it.
Adam Schefter has reported Deion Sanders be thrilled to coach Dak. Okay, all right, so that's one check mark of could Deion be the coach of the Cowboys. Ed Werder, as plugged into the Cowboys and the Jones family as any reporter, said the following. Deion would, quote, almost certainly accept the job. Oh, okay, so the Deion piece of this
I wrote it in my
Dak
script,
is done.
yeah.
That's great. People around Jerry are pushing him to hire Deion. All right, so the peer pressure's good. Right. And then last but not least, Jones is enamored with the idea.
Yeah, enamored.
Check, 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 check. So I guess this is happening. I guess, so Deion's down for it, wants to coach Dak. People around Jerry want it to happen, and Jerry's in love with the idea. So I assume Deion Sanders very soon is going to be named the head coach of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Here's the media ombudsman part. If that doesn't happen, can everyone stop getting played by this old man? If this doesn't happen, can maybe the next time Jerry's promises something or leaks something, we take a slightly more skeptical eye? Because just in the last 12 months, Jerry has told us, I'm all in. I'm spending money like a drunken oil man. Okay, no, you're not actually. He's told us, you know what? I love Dak, but I'm not sure how much I love Dak, and we want to see him this, that, and the other. And that was 5 months of topics. Then he just gave him the money. Then it was Mike McCarthy. That's a great coach who's done a great job, and no, you can't interview him Bears and actually leave. And now this. And guys, I'm telling you, the next train that's coming down the tracks for Kellen Moore's Dallas Cowboys when he's the head coach is going to be, we love Micah Parsons, but I don't know if $35 million for a defensive player, and he'll seed the ground. That are they trading Micah? That'll lead the show one day in May, mark it down, and then they'll pay him his money. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not P.T. Barnum, and maybe Deion's about to be the next head coach of the Cowboys. But if he's not, I'm just curious why. If Deion's in, Jerry's people are in, and Jerry's in. Unless, of course, this is just a way for us to be talking about the Cowboys. So I would just request everyone in the media remember this ordeal if Deion Sanders ends up not being the head coach of the Cowboys.
He's also on a solo mission, so there's nothing standing in his way of getting it done.
Right, that's the thing is, that's why I found it so interesting. It's like, well, Deion will accept Jerry's enamored with the idea. There's no one else in charge here.
Yeah.
Deion's his own man. Jerry owns the team and made it very clear. It's got nothing to do with my kids. I bought it for me. So, I don't know.
I think it's going to happen.
Really?
I think.
Well, if it happens,
you are right,
great.
and the reporting is that there's no obstacle.
Exactly.
There's no obstacle.
Well, money. Maybe Deion wants.
No.
If he's enamored with Deion, they're going to pay him way more than Colorado was paying him.
True.
And I don't blame the reporters for getting tricked because, as we all know,
You report what
Jerry,
you're told.
Spectacular actor.
Yeah.
So you still
Tricks everyone.
you still think it's not happening?
I don't think it's happening. I think the whole thing's a farce.
Also, that's more on that story in the F block
Yeah.
that you don't want to discuss.
No, it's not that I don't want to discuss it. I am saying if it doesn't happen, we can't take him seriously anymore.
I'm
That's
going
what
to.
saying. Okay. No.
I love it. I am putting Lamar critics on the Bud list. Now, all year, any spectacular Lamar performance could be spoiled with a sprinkle of, I need to see it in the playoffs. 5 touchdowns against the Bucs. Can he do it in the playoffs? Passer rating of 158 against the Broncos. But can he do it in the playoffs? 2 touchdowns and 81 yards rushing last week against the Steelers. Yeah, but can he do it in the playoffs? That was the playoffs. It's a moving target of criticism, not totally without merit, but a little bit. This Monday, Brew, it will be Lamar's critics, not Lamar, who is officially under duress.
Well, let's just stop fooling around. The critic we're talking about is Nick Wright. He's sitting right there to the right of you, Wildes. And I've been trying my darndest. I presented statistics. They've gone head to head. And Lamar has been better. He's got the hardware. He might be winning his 3rd MVP, and Nick still will not listen to my logic. So I had to bring in some reinforcements. I had to make some calls down to Baltimore and get my girl Snoop in the house to take care of this stuff.
Because, Nick, you playing games, man. You
That's
know
right.
what it is, man.
And we about to show you. Now, Snoop, let me show you a few things.
Yes, sir.
You've been there. You're a diehard Ravens fan following Lamar.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at this graphic.
Yes,
All
sir.
he does is win. Everybody
Yeah.
up there is an absolute legend.
Right.
And Lamar Jackson wins at the same rate as all of them.
Yes.
So why is Nick hating?
Because he's from Kansas and he loves Patrick so much. You know what I'm saying? Just love him so much, man. When you know that Lamar is the best. Come on, man. Stop.
She ain't
Just
lying.
stop.
You keeping it real.
Just stop,
That's really
man.
at the root of all of this
real.
Lamar Jackson hate. Here's another one. The playoffs. Nick is, look at his record in the playoffs.
Man.
He was a young boy back
Yeah,
then.
he was young.
Young
Nick.
boy. In the last 4 years.
You see the
Snoop,
stats.
look at it.
Yeah,
2
you
and
see it?
1. Great passer rating.
Yep.
5 touchdowns, 1 pick, 7 touchdowns overall,
Yeah.
including runs. I mean, again, he is a changed man. I
Man,
think.
listen, man. Nick, when we win this Super Bowl, we going down New Orleans. You know what I mean? Because my brother, man, told me that you a hater. You know what I mean? You always hating on Lamar. When we win this Super Bowl, we go down here, you got to get your gangsters. Shawnee got to do your hair, man. Like me and Lamar, you got to get your gangsters.
I
And we
can't
gotta
wait
sit right
to
there,
see.
man.
I can't wait to see Nick wearing
Word
cornrows.
up.
And finally, look, we don't have to go to ancient history and all
Right.
that stuff. This was this year. They played in week 4.
Did you see
and
this?
Lamar and them ran all over.
You see that? Your boy Allen ain't doing nothing, man. You got to be with Lamar. Come on, man.
Snoop, when they played, in fact, it was in Baltimore. The Ravens invited the Bills into their house.
We always invite people. Come on down. Nick.
They sent them into the kitchen and said, what? Get me
A sandwich.
with some
chips,
and we gonna wash it down with some.
a soda pop.
That's right.
You ready?
That's what I'm talking about, Nick. Now, maybe you will listen to Snoop since you wouldn't listen to your boy, Brew.
Yeah.
With respect to Snoop, who I appreciate and adore, I gotta defend myself here because I would argue I'm the only honest man in America on this topic. Wildes alluded to it like, oh, it's not without some merit. We do it to Aaron Judge. We did it to James Harden. We do it to Joel Embiid.
Excuse me, man. Excuse me.
And the fact of the matter is, for a player this great, you've got to prove it.
How your hair look, man?
How my hair looks.
Huh? Huh?
How my hair looks.
How your hair look, man? Huh? Don't turn your back on me. Cause you know me and Lamar going to New Orleans and we ready to get this rank. You know what I'm saying? How this hair look, man? You ready to get these gangsters in your head. You know what I'm saying? Turn around when I'm talking to you. You ready to get these gangsters in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Lamar. And you gonna come to Baltimore and have fun, man. But first, we gonna have fun in New Orleans.
Okay.
We need that rank.
Okay.
We need that rank. Yeah, we need that rank.
More first things
Yeah.
first.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.